What if I told you that the largest airport in Africa is not in Cairo, not in Johannesburg, not in Dubai? It is rising in Ethiopia. On January 10th, 2026, ground was officially broken on what is set to become the biggest aviation infrastructure project in African history. Not an expansion, not a renovation, a new city of flight. Roughly 40 to 45 kilometers southeast of Addis Ababa, near the town of Bishoftu, across approximately 35 square kilometers of land, a new global aviation hub is being constructed from the ground up. 35 square kilometers. That is larger than many capital cities. The projected cost is $12.5 billion. For decades, the narrative about Africa was predictable. Africa is waiting, Africa is catching up, Africa is dependent. Yet while the world focused on mega hubs in the Gulf and Asia, Ethiopia was building strategy around aviation. Because aviation is not simply transportation, it is connectivity, it is economic power expressed through movement, and movement reshapes influence. This new airport is designed to handle 60 to 80 million passengers per year in its first operational phase, projected for completion around 2029 to 2030. When fully developed under its long-term master plan, the airport is expected to handle up to 110 million passengers annually. That would make it the largest airport in Africa by capacity, surpassing existing continental leaders, and placing it among the major global aviation hubs worldwide. The airport will include 4 parallel runways when fully completed. It will provide parking space for approximately 270 aircraft simultaneously. The main passenger terminal is planned to span around 1.1 million square meters. Cargo facilities are expected to exceed 100,000 square meters, with annual cargo capacity projected at up to 3.7 million metric tons. This is not incremental growth, this is structural leapfrogging. The driving force behind this project is Ethiopian Airlines, Africa's largest airline by fleet size and network reach. The airline currently connects more destinations across Africa than any other carrier, and maintains strong intercontinental routes linking Africa to Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and the Americas. Nearly 80% of its passenger traffic consists of transit travelers. Addis Ababa already functions as a connecting hub, but Bole International Airport, the current primary gateway, is nearing saturation. Passenger traffic has grown rapidly over the past decade, and projections indicate that the existing airport will reach its operational limits within just a few years. Expansion within the existing urban footprint is constrained. The solution? Build a new mega hub designed for the next 50 years, not the last 20. Geography makes this project strategic. Ethiopia sits at a natural crossroads between Africa, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. Flights connecting West Africa to Asia, Southern Africa to Europe, or East Africa to North America can efficiently route through Addis Ababa. For years, much of Africa's long-haul transit traffic flowed through Gulf hubs such as Doha and Dubai, or through Istanbul. The new Bishoftu International Airport positions Ethiopia to compete directly in the global transit market. When Africa becomes the connector, not just the connected, the balance of economic gravity begins to shift. Financing a $12.5 billion project requires structure. Approximately 30% of the funding is being contributed directly by Ethiopian Airlines. The remaining 70% is being mobilized through international financing institutions and lenders. The African Development Bank has pledged $500 million and is working to help structure broader financing packages that could reach into the billions. This blended financing approach spreads risk, reduces sovereign burden, and aligns long-term revenue generation with long-term debt servicing. Phased development also enhances cost-effectiveness. Phase 1 focuses on core runways, terminal infrastructure, and essential cargo facilities. Subsequent phases expand capacity in line with demand growth. This ensures that capital deployment matches passenger volume expansion, avoiding underutilized infrastructure. From an engineering perspective, the airport was designed to ensure efficient passenger flow, security screening throughput, and baggage logistics without congestion. Initial earthworks for the project are valued at over $600 million. The airport's elevation, approximately 1,910 meters above sea level, is lower than Addis Ababa's existing Bole Airport, which sits above 2,300 meters. This lower elevation improves aircraft takeoff performance, increasing lift efficiency and cargo payload capacity while reducing fuel strain. Engineering decisions at this scale are not cosmetic. They are operational. They are economic. They determine competitiveness. Beyond aviation, the master plan integrates multimodal connectivity. A dedicated 38-kilometer rail link is planned to connect the airport to Addis Ababa, with projected speeds of up to 200 kilometers per hour. An expressway corridor will link road transport networks, commercial zones, logistics hubs, and hospitality developments, including a 350-room airside hotel, are planned as part of an airport city concept. This transforms the airport from a transport node into an aerotropolis, a self-sustaining economic ecosystem. Major global airports such as Dubai International and Istanbul Airport have demonstrated how aviation hubs stimulate retail, real estate, logistics, and service industries. Ethiopia is applying similar long-term planning logic. The economic impact is layered, creating thousands of jobs during construction and long-term careers across aviation, logistics, and hospitality. Stronger cargo capacity boosts exports like coffee, flowers, and pharmaceuticals while expanding tourism and conference travel. Under the African Continental Free Trade Area, faster air connectivity accelerates regional trade, because in modern economies, speed is power. When the first aircraft lifts from Bishoftu, it won't just carry passengers, it will carry a message. Africa isn't waiting for the future, it's building it. The runway stretches forward, and the world will feel the takeoff. Subscribe to Africa, the World Stronghold, where we document the rise as it happens.